To create a coaching journey, we'll also head over to the tracking tab and then click on Library of Measures and Journeys. And finally, Journeys. So there we go. We're now on the Journeys page, but before we start creating one, first of all, what is it? A coaching journey is really about having a visual on the coaching and tracking cycle you're going to have with your client. So for example, over 6 months of coaching, you'll say the first 2 months are a body recomposition phase, the next 2 months are a cut phase, and the final months are a mass gain phase. It allows you and your client to really have a timeline of what needs to be done or not. So how do you go about creating a coaching journey? You'll see, it's quite simple. We're going to click on Create a Journey at the top right. And once we've clicked the button, we'll have the name and description on the left. So for example, I'm going to put 6-month recomposition coaching. I can also add a description. Well, it's optional, you know. I'm just going to copy and paste mine. Then on the right, we'll have 2 elements. We'll have the phases and provisional start. What are the phases? Well, they're the phases that are relevant as the weeks and months go by. For example, we'll have a cut phase, a mass gain phase, a maintenance phase, recomposition, preparation, recovery, mini cut, and so on. We'll have plenty of interesting phases that you can set for your clients. We'll set the recomposition part for the first 4 weeks. You can of course increase the number of weeks as you wish each time, and so on. It's really quite simple. Then we can go straight to, for example, an 8-week mass gain. Then we can also move on to a mini cut phase. The advantage is that you have a timeline. We start the coaching together on February 10th and we know it'll be finished on May 18th. And so for 14 weeks, both you and your client know exactly what needs to be done, when and why. And if, for example, you want to add a category and the one you're looking for isn't there, like if you're doing mental prep or something else, you can create one from scratch with the name and everything. You can put whatever you want. The goal is really to be as flexible as possible. Once we've created our coaching journey, we'll click on Save at the bottom left. And we can see that the journey has been created for the 6-month recomposition coaching. Now, how do we go about adding it to a client? We're going to click on the little person icon on the right. We'll choose a start date. For example, the start date will be February 16th. And finally, we'll assign this coaching journey to 1 or more clients. So, for example, I'll select the profile of Theo Verrill, just like that, and I can assign it to a specific client. And once that's done, we can go to the Clients tab, navigate to the client's file, and we'll see that the coaching journey is clearly visible right there in the overview section, with the current phase being the cut phase. And on February 22nd, we'll automatically transition into the body recomposition phase, and so on. So there you have it. You now know how to create coaching journeys and assign them to your clients. And if you want to understand the app even better, you can check out the next videos.